Well, hello everyone. It's Richard Kadish, owner and broker in charge of Go Gated Realty, Hilton Head Island in Bluffton, South Carolina. And today is August 26th, 2014. We're in Bluffton. We're in the community of Heritage at New Riverside, which is a D.R. Horton community. It's a newer and new community over here on the west side of Bluffton on the way to Savannah, Georgia on Route 46. We're about 6.5 miles west of the Buckwalter Parkway, a little bit west of Route 170. And what we're looking at now are a couple of the cottages. There's three sections here to Heritage at New Riverside. One of them is the original one. It dates back to 2006. It's called the Cottages. The middle section called the Cornerstone Homes, followed by the largest homes, the largest lots, called the Classics. We're going to drive through and see each of these. We're here now in the cottage section, the original section that, like I say, dates back to 2006. This is the most mature part of the community, with most of the build out already completed. In this section, it seems to me, not a large community at all. There's only about 225 total home sites here. And I would say that they're about 25%, maybe 30% of the way through development from what I can see. Now I'm showing you these homes in this community as a buyer's agent with 38 years of Hilton Head and Bluffton real estate experience. And I'm getting a lot of calls for what this community has to offer. And that is new homes in the low and mid $200,000 price range. Different styles. Some are 2 stories like these cottages that we're looking at here. Others are 1-story homes. Well, I have buyers for, all different kinds of homes, and I just invite you to contact me and tell me what you're looking for, and we'll find it either in this community or another. But I get a lot of calls for people who want to spend somewhere in the $200 to $250 range, as an example. And with that type of a buyer, and especially if they're looking for a new home, the Heritage here at New Riverside is going to be on that list, and it's not going to be a large list. Obviously in resales, that's another thing altogether. Resales take us back to homes that are in this area from, say, roughly 2000, 2004, 2006. But increasingly, I'm getting calls from people that say they don't want to even own anything older than 2012. So I pay attention to, of course, what you, the buyer, wants. And if you want a new home, then perhaps this neighborhood could be for you. All these houses are on slab, which means it's a concrete foundation. There's no crawl spaces around here. You have good high land. For anyone, perfect community for anyone who's working in Savannah, Georgia. We have some big employers over there that include Gulfstream Aerospace, the private jet builder. This is a 15-minute commute to the bridge to Savannah, Georgia here, folks. The annual HOA fee here is just about $1,550 a year. They do have a community swimming pool and a playground. And you can see that these styles are very, I guess you could call them traditional modern. They have some traditional styling to them, but they are clearly modern. These homes generally start at a low price, would include, for instance, vinyl floors, vinyl and carpeted floors, and Formica countertops, but you can easily and quickly upgrade to tile and granite and so forth and so on. So now we're making our transition here into the Cornerstone homes, which are going to be on larger lots and larger homes. And as you might expect, the price does go up. Let me just tell you a little bit about that. The prices here today for sale average $238,000. They range in price from a low of $189 up to $259. Definitely a sweet spot for many of my buyers. The profile of this community is astonishing, and by that I mean a statistical profile When you look at homes available to homes sold and under contract, otherwise known as supply and demand, it's pretty amazing. Today there's only 9 homes for sale in all of this community, Heritage at New Riverside. At the same time, there are 14 homes that are either sold and closed in the last 90 days or pended, which means they're under contract and not yet closed. That ratio is just phenomenal, and is the statistical profile of a very healthy community from the standpoint of supply and demand on the supply side. So D.R. Horton, I think, is doing pretty well out here. I enjoy working with them. As I said, I'm a buyer's agent, showing you this community as a buyer's agent. Now, just to say a word about that, it doesn't cost you anything more to have a buyer's agent, ladies and gentlemen. And even when you're working with a developer like this one, D.R. Horton, they expect you to have an agent. And they know that before you come to the table and sign a building contract, that you've probably been out and shopped and compared. And rather than just going and seeing a different agent at every stop, it's generally better, and my buyers certainly prefer, just to work with me, one agent, showing them the different communities, their different options. And then when we decide that, let's say, this community or some other is the one that we want, well, then the commission is already in the price. I only get paid at closing if you buy and if you close, so it really is a no-brainer to have a buyer's agent on your side, ladies and gentlemen. Someone that can help you shop and compare, answer your questions, help you before, during, and after the sale. It really does make it an easy thing. I think your challenge, frankly, is to find the right agent, and that's part of why I'm making this video, to let you know that I'm interested in your business and that I am at your service with 38 years of Hilton Head and Bluffton real estate experience. These are the Cornerstone homes that we've just been driving by. And the other thing too about a buyer's agent is that it costs you the same whether you have an experienced buyer's agent like myself, or if you have someone who just arrived in the area and has no idea that Sea Pines has a beach, as an example, which it would be an inexperienced agent. So how is it different? Well, a buyer's agent draws a contract differently. A buyer's agent is looking out for your interests. A buyer's agent has your success in mind and is representing you in a fiduciary relationship. And as I said before, it just doesn't cost you anything more to have a buyer's agent. Well, anyway, enough about that, I suppose. These are the classics. I think you can see that the homes are getting a little fancier over here, with the stone facing there as an example. A little larger. The lots are a little bit larger. And this is some beautiful land out here. Now, I have to tell you that for every person who wants to be in the middle of it all, there's going to be somebody else who wants to be a bit away from it all. So when you come a few miles away from, and we are in Bluffton, but when you come a few miles away from the center of Bluffton, you're a little bit away from it all over here. Now this is the community swimming pool over here. I have some separate photos of that. The clubhouse there, beautiful pool out back. And over in here you have a lot of wildlife in the area, a lot of forest. This is all forest preserve behind the Heritage at New Riverside here. They have what's called the New River Lineal Trail, which is the old railroad track bed for the railroad that used to connect Charleston and Savannah. And going back to Civil War history as an example, that was the prize that the Union Army, of course, sought to capture and disrupt that rail line, because that was the lifeline from Savannah to Charleston. So both regarding the Navy and naval passages and the railroad. And this is it right here. It follows along where the power lines are. It goes for 6.5 miles. Wonderful for walking. I understand there's early American Indian sites through there, old rice field sites that are all marked and maintained by the county. A big plus for being down here. I get a lot of calls from people who are bikers, bicyclists. Well, this is a nice place, I think, to go for a bike ride. A good place for walkers and people who just want to be in a quiet location. Clearly this qualifies here, Heritage at New Riverside in Bluffton, South Carolina. Let me give you my contact information and invite you to call me, Richard Kadish, buyer's agent. On your side. I'm on your side, ladies and gentlemen. My cell phone, 843-684-2933. I'll repeat, 843-684-2933. And my email address is rich@gogated.com. That's rich@gogated.com. And my website is gogated.com. I believe this is the Cumberland, which is one of their most popular models. And what I'm seeing over here in this classic section, by the way, is that they really don't have very many lots in this section for the biggest homes. And some of the homes that people really like, they only have they have certain lots that they can build those homes on. And those lots are rapidly disappearing. I think you can see from all of the new construction here that this community is booming. This is booming, and when we talk about Bluffton being a boom town once again with the market coming back, keep in mind that each of these homes, most of these homes are already sold. They're being built on demand, and the demand is definitely back, ladies and gentlemen. But just to complete my my contact information, I would just invite you to call me or email me and tell me about what you're looking for. It may be just exactly what we're seeing here or similar, or of course something entirely different. I would just invite you to let me know, and I'm sure we'll find it. It could be a vacation home, a second home, a rental property, perhaps a retirement home. We have quite a wide variety of real estate out here in Bluffton and in the Hilton Head area, and I would certainly welcome the opportunity to work with you as your agent to find the home that you're looking for. So please call me, 843-684-2933. And again, my email is rich@gogated.com. That's rich@gogated.com, like gated communities. And I am the gated community specialist, ladies and gentlemen. This home here at 245 Heritage Parkway, which is what we've been driving along, is a resale. It's a Cumberland resale, just listed with my company at $239, and or I believe it's $229, excuse me. But that one is available, effective today. And it's just a little over 2,100 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, I believe. It has a big storage shed out back. Give me a call, we'll go on the details on that. I'll have that on video in a day or two. But there's really only one other resale in the entire community here. The rest are all new homes. Well, those are the types of comparisons that we make as when we're shopping. Do you want new or a resale? Do you want to build or just buy a resale? The size, the price, the features, these are all things that I listen to in serving you as your agent. So thank you for watching this video. It's been a pleasure to show you the Heritage at New Riverside here in Bluffton, South Carolina today. Here we are back out at Route 46. This Heritage Parkway just makes a loop or a bit of a crescent shape, and it's a beautiful day for sure here in Bluffton. So thank you again for watching the video. Look forward to hearing from you, and please call me about your real estate needs, and let's work together and find the right home for you.